Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Creek Thrift. If you're new here, my name is Candy and today I have a haul of items I picked up to resell on apps such as POSHMARK and eBay, and I have a variety of items, mostly not clothes today. I do have shoes, as you see from my thumbnail, and then I do have a couple of clothing items, and everything else is hard goods, which is kind of interesting. But this particular trip, I went to the Goodwill next to my daughter's salon while she was having her hair dyed, which takes forever. And so I was able to kind of shop around, but it was also super busy that day. It was on August 9th, and so I think just a lot of people back to school shopping, plus it was it's summertime. It is a Saturday that I went, and then I think a lot of people were coming in for college because it's a college town, so not just elementary or high schoolers, but like you also have all the people that are coming into town. So anyways, I think it was just a combination of all of those things, but I was able to find a lot of shoes, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I'm going to start with shoes. So if you're here for the shoes, at least you'll get those out of the way. And the rest of the items, if you're interested in seeing kind of like hard goods that Candy picked up to resell, you'll get to check those out. So I'm going to share with you how much I paid and how much I hope to sell it for. I sell on Poshmark and eBay primarily, and I will be expanding to some other apps shortly, probably in the next month or so, but at the moment those are my two primary ones. Okay, so the first pair of shoes are Vionic. These are extremely clean. I think they were maybe used a couple times, if that. And I'll show you the inside this way. Yeah. Okay. So Vionic, and then it also says Vionic down here on the back. And then this item I paid, so it was $10.99, and I would have had to pay that, except I took a good amount of stuff to be donated that day. And at this location, they do give you a coupon for 20% off, and they take it off your entire order, not just one item. I go to another location occasionally that just does it off one item, but this one does it off the entire order, which I love. So if I'm planning to do a really big trip, if I'm going to go there, I will make sure I bring some donated items. And I think I had like a couple boxes of stuff that I had pulled, not from my inventory really, but just like my daughter gave me a bunch of stuff to go through before she went back to college. So there was a bunch of stuff from that. There was some items that I had been like pulling occasionally, but not from my inventory. But like if I picked something up, but I got home and found a flaw or something, I just put it in a box to go back to be redonated. And then, somebody wants to buy it, they want to buy it. But I paid $8.80 for this pair. This is like a comfort shoe. I think I can sell it for about $29 to $39. And I think like I always do anyways, when I give you my totals at the end, I will, I'm just going to use the 29 versus 39. So I might be able to sell for more than 29. I'm kind of going to go off the low end of things when I give you my like total net profit that I hope to make from this trip. The next item is Brooks. I am going to actually wash these. I just haven't done it yet, but these are Brooks glycerin. And I think it says, so here's Brooks right here, and then it has the glycerin, and it is the 17, which is a little bit of an older model. It looks like there is a model, I think 19 and maybe even more. I don't really follow shoes too much, but this particular brand I look up, and it is a good size. They're in pretty good condition. And if you haven't followed me, I always go and reach inside, which is kind of fun, but I want to make sure that there is no like toe wear holes on the inside when I pick up shoes. Another item or another thing that I do try to remember to do at the store before I bring them home is to kind of give it a really good bend test to make sure that they're not dry rotted, that there isn't any obvious flaws with the soles, you know, things like that. So that's always good to be aware of. So yeah, I am going to wash these because I think it'll clean up a lot better once it's washed. And this is a size 10.5 USA, and they're men's. I'm losing it. So I paid $12. So they did have them posted for $14.99, but I did get them for $12 due to that coupon. I think I can sell them for between $30 and $50. And then the next one is on Cloud. And so I probably will wash these also because they look a little dirty. I don't know how clean I'll get them, but overall they're in good condition. And it is like a grayish lilac color that I think a lot of people will like. But yeah, like I said, I do kind of like bend tests and, you know, reached in and felt for toe holes. So I definitely do that before I leave the store. So this one they had wanted $8.99 and I ended up getting it for $7.20. I should be able to sell these for about $45, maybe up to $65 if I'm lucky. I think this colorway might be a little bit more rare. I didn't quite see it as much as other colors. Oh, and if you're interested in these for yourself, they are a women's size 9. And then the next one, trying to go back and forth to the shelf over here, or to my desk. So these are a pair of Nike Airs, and they are the LeBron, I think, the LeBron James collab. And so this is, I believe, a men's shoe. It is a 7.5, so it is a smaller size. It could be women's, but I was trying to like research it and I believe it's men's or even youth maybe. There is a little bit of wear, but I still picked it up. You can see like right here, it's a little bit scuffed along the edge. But overall, they're in really good condition. And I think it's like a fun style that somebody would really like. So especially if you like LeBron, but it is a smaller one. So it might take a little bit longer to sell these. They had wanted $11.99 and then I got them for $9.60. And I don't think I'll get as much as some of the other ones. I think I'll only get like 25 to 36 out of it. So we'll see how that goes. So of course, with my cost of goods being higher, once my sales price will then be minus my cost of goods. So my net profit will end up being lower just due to that. But I think I can sell it for about that range. So of course that means if you could find these at the bins or you could find it somewhere else cheaper, like a garage sale, you know, for $2, $3, $4, $5, it would be a better pickup than what I pay, but I'm willing to take a little bit more of a hit. And then the last pair of the shoes, also there's a lot of these posted, so I don't think they're quite as popular, but they have all these fun color patterns going on, including animal print. And so yeah, so I decided to pick them up because this actually looks extremely clean and pretty much brand new. So, I mean, they're not new, obviously, but they are like basically new. I don't think somebody actually wore these except to maybe once or twice. So, yeah. So they wanted $15.99. This one is the Nike Air Max 90 SE, and somebody had put Safari Mix and somebody put Desert Sand. I'm not really sure which, but I'm just going to use all of those tag keywords. Size 9. Women's. So if you're interested, so again, they wanted $15.99. I only ended up paying $12.80, and I do think I would be able to get them sold for about $30 to $50 due to the condition. They are in excellent condition. And the next item is a clothing. So at this store, this was the one clothing item. I do have one more clothing item, but I'm going to share it at the end because it was from a different day and I just picked up one item that day. So this is a Disney vintage fleece sweatshirt, and I just really liked the graphic. It's got the applique of Grumpy. I love the colors going into the fall and winter, so I think it might do okay. I'm not sure though, because a lot of my Disney stuff hasn't sold. That's like like got like the one that I have of Sully. I'm surprised it never sold. I might just have overpriced it. So I'll probably have to lower the price again at some point, but it's so cute. I know I'm holding on to stuff I shouldn't. So eventually I will sell it. And maybe one day I'll do a whatnot show and just pull all the Disney items and do like a Disney show. I haven't started on whatnot selling, but I have been watching people. I've thought about it. I just don't have the consistent time to be like a consistent seller. And so I have been hesitant to do it because I know that you really need to be consistent with that app to have a following. And so I kind of just figured I would sit back and just watch what other people are doing. And then eventually I might start doing that. I might do like a t-shirt show because I was collecting t-shirts to do a t-shirt shop online. But honestly, I don't know that a t-shirt, like a website dedicated to t-shirts, but a show on Whatnot could actually do pretty good, I think. So that might be something I just do, is do it as a t-shirt show and just collect stuff for fun and then like have a show instead. So I'm thinking about doing that instead. And then like Disney show or like, you know, different style aesthetic shows. So I really like the idea of doing that. It's the logistics of doing it because I don't mind obviously filming and being on film, but I'm not used to talking to people and I don't have moderators and all of that kind of stuff. So it'd be like, I'm really not sure the logistics. Plus, a lot of people do it as like a two-person team, and it would just be me solo. And I feel like that might be harder for me to do. And then figuring out the shipping, it's like this whole like scary thing to me. but I might be willing to try it at some point. And I may just start with like, I don't know, 40 items or something and do a really short 1 hour show with 40 items. And that way I don't overwhelm myself, but I can get like the hang of it maybe. So if you have any tips on Whatnot, let me know. Okay, so anyways, back to where I was. So this Disney Grumpy sweatshirt, I paid $4.80, and I'm hoping to get like 15 to 25 for it. Most likely it'll go for lower because there are a lot of these, like I said, for sale. Which I didn't really comp it at the store because like I was hurrying and there was a lot of people there. So I just saw it, and honestly, I almost think it could fit me. So even if it didn't sell, I might be able to even wear that myself, which I think it's really cute. So, okay. And now we're going to go into some random hard goods that you're going to be wondering, Candi, why did you pick this up? But I think my comps for the most part were reasonable or sound. A few were questionable. The first item that you might not ever think would be worth money, but I saw this sitting on the shelf. It's a Sherwin-Williams, they're like the paint, like color thingamajigs. What is it called? I wrote it down. Color Snap fan deck. So yeah, I saw this sitting on a shelf and I was like, I wonder what that actually, if people sell these on eBay. So I did do a comp in the store, and they do sell, which is pretty interesting. So they had it posted for $3.99. I ended up getting it for $3.20, and the comps go for around 19 to 25. So that's not bad. The next item, let's see. Okay, I have been on this metal spatula thing because I follow a girl on TikTok. I've mentioned this before. There are really good brands, but I do know that if you have a really good quality stainless steel one, that maybe look it up. I'm willing to try. So I did pick this one up. It's by the brand XOXO. And I don't know if that's going to be, it does look like there's a little bit, and I just noticed this just now. It's just the way that it's shaped, though. I think that the rubber's like a little bit off because it doesn't feel loose or anything. And this is a very stiff, sturdy quality stainless steel one. So anyways, so I picked it up. I paid $2.90. Well, no, it was $2.99. I got it for $2.40. But comps I can get like 14 to 18. So it's like, I mean, why not, I guess? So I'm trying that out. So that's been like one of my most recent like things as I go look at the silverware and I go look at the kitchen utensils, and like I kind of start pricing that out. So I'll get better at it the more I've like sold them, and I'll be able to learn like, oh, this brand is good, this one's not. you know, and it'll be faster for me, but I do look stuff up at the store a lot still, but I feel like I'm learning, I'm increasing. If you missed my July what sold video, the end of the month sales, I was able to sell the most I've ever sold yet to date. I was so excited. I sold over $1,000, or my profit was over $1,000 for the month of July, which is insane for me because at the beginning of this year, I was only about I think it was like 400 a month, 300 a month. And that was super consistent. I was like 400. I got it up to 500 to 600. I was hovering in that range, like less than 500 range or up to 500 to 600 range. And it slowly inched up, and it just all of a sudden went boom. And so over the summer, when it's supposed to be summer slowdown, so I'm not really sure where that came up, but I will take it. I was very happy about it. I'm still ecstatic, and I'm not sure how August is going to go. It's been pretty slow for August so far, but I've had a lot of sales too. So I guess, but I just don't think it's going to be as big as July was. So, but I'm pretty happy to say that I've made over the $1,000 in profit mark so far now. I'm pretty happy about that. That means I'm going in the right direction and I can get myself there consistently at some point. I think it's just a matter of learning stuff, what sells, and learning like styles and brands, and you know, don't pick this up, but pick this up, and be really careful with your comping in the stores because that was one of my biggest tips. Is I am not the best at doing that, and I still pick up stuff, as you will see in this haul. So this item, I think I can flip it, so I'm gonna try. The next items I'm going to put together, actually, which was 2 Starbucks tumblers. And I picked these 2 out. I thought the colors were fun and they kind of complement each other in a way because this one has a lot of purples in it. So somebody might like these 2 different options. Overall, they're really good condition. This one, I believe, is from the Holiday Swirl Tumbler. From, I don't know what year, I wrote 2021, I think. And it's a 24-inch tumbler. And now both of these don't have straws. So I did look up prices to get straws. But like, I don't know if I'm going to buy straws or not yet. I might not, just because I would have to buy them and then, I don't know, somebody doesn't care. This one is really fun. It's like that studded, and it's like a nice purple lavender color. It does have some few damage marks. It looked like somebody dropped it. So even though the top is fine, there is a little ding right here. You can kind of tell, but it's still there. But it just has that like color set. But the bottom does have a couple of dings right here, which I think somebody might still be okay with it, especially if it's in a lot of 2 versus 1, because this one's in excellent condition. So this lid does also screw on and off. And other than that, I think it's still in really good. It's pretty. It's got their logo. So I get, let's see, this one I paid $1.60 and this one I paid $3.20 after my discounts. I'm going to bundle them together. So I had comped it at 5 to 15 for this one and 10 to 15 for this one. But this one I had comped it with no flaws. So I do have to take that into account. But I'm going to bundle them together. So hopefully together I will earn at least 15 to 20, kind of in that range. Okay, let's change the page. Okay, so this item I might keep, but I did pick it up. And if you watched my last video, I have the same cup. This is mine. I bought this during Christmas last year when they put it up on for people to buy on their website. I fell in love with it and I love it. I use it even now in the summer. It's perfect because I put my iced coffee basically in it. So I found this one at the store and I knew instantly what it was, so I was able to snatch it. It does not have the straw again. It sucks that there's no straw, but it is brand new. It has the paper that it comes with and everything inside of it. So I might just keep it, but I might sell it. I picked it up. I did pay up. It was originally, they tried to price it at $7.99. So I got it for $6.40. I think when I bought it on the website, it was around like $25 to $30. And so it is a good savings off, you know, the website. I would only be able to sell it for maybe 15 to 20 though, but it is a holiday one. So I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it or not. Like I said, just because I really like mine, I might end up keeping it as another one for home. So I have 2 of them and I can just, you know, use the straw. So I can't decide. I really can't decide. But I might post it, I might not. Okay, so anyways, the next item is this Samsung. It's a level, what is it called? Level Box. And it is a Level Box Mini by Samsung, and it has a cord. But yeah, it's just like a, what do you call it? Oh gosh. You know, like it plays music. Why am I not thinking Bluetooth? Like a little speaker setup. So has like the little Bluetooth button. Anyways, so I picked this up. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm sure it looks excellent condition. I think it's fine. I do want to test it though, make sure it works. But I picked it up. They had it priced at $12.99, so I got it for $10.40, and I think I can sell it for around $30-ish if it works, of course. And the next item, let's see here, if I can get it out. Okay, I got too many things in this box. Okay, so the next item is a TomTom GPS. I will need to test this item also. It was in one of their plastic bags with these cords both. I don't think this one goes to it actually, if I'm correct. Yeah, I don't think this one actually goes to the TomTom, so I'm going to put that back. But this one definitely does. It has the TomTom name on here and it's attached. So, but yeah, I need to check to see if this works. I did research it in the store, but I must have researched something different because when I got home and researched it, it was not worth what I thought it was. So I did only pay $4 for it, which is not bad, but honestly, this one only sells for about $10. So if I'm lucky, I'll just earn my money back. So again, it wasn't the thing is I did research it in the store and I had seen some comps of it being in like the $30 range to $40 range. But when I got home, I'm not really sure what happened at the store. So I might have just been looking up the wrong model number. I might have read it wrong in the store because it was through a bag. So I'm thinking that's what happened is I looked up the wrong model. But hopefully I'll just get my money back. And I do need to test it, make sure it works and everything. So hopefully that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I get like random stuff and it may not work out. The next item is I just saw it and I thought, okay, I'm gonna look because I've seen people talk about picking up stuff at like estate sales like this where you wouldn't think it's worth anything. So I went ahead and picked it up. It was $1.99, so I only paid $1.60, and I can actually probably sell this little pack for about $10. It's new in package, obviously vintage. And it's these extra small perm rod curlers. So it's kind of cool. So anyways, I looked in and there wasn't a lot of this size. So I think that will help it sell. And yeah, I think I can flip it for about $10. Okay, the next item was a vintage vinyl album with some vinyls, and it's just like a small sized one. It obviously does have some wear on this particular case, and it has a bunch of different discs. I looked up all the discs just to make sure that there wasn't any that were super important or like expensive, but none of them are, so I'm just gonna sell it as like the whole set. And it looks like somebody wrote in one of the discs here. I also thought it was kind of cute. There's an old sticker here, so somebody that likes stickers might like that. But it has like a bunch of different ones, so I'm not going to share with you guys all of them, but the first one I showed you was Sesame Street by the Original Cast. One side is the Rubber Ducky song, which is cute. There's the Oak Ridge Boys Disneyland disc, which is the story of Brer Rabbit. And then there's an Sylvia. I don't even remember ever hearing about this band. I might hear, if I hear the song, I might recognize it, but there's an RCA Records, it has Sweet Yesterday and I Feel Cheated on it. There's an MCA record that has Barbara Mandrell. There's a Superheroes, Power Records, The Mark of the Man Wolf, kind of like a superhero thing. And David Frizzell, I think it might be country based on the names. I'm gonna hire a wino to decorate our home. And she's up to all her old tricks again, and it was from 1982. So anyways, I only paid $1.99 for this whole set. Oh, sorry, $1.60 because I got it discounted. So I only paid $1.60 for this entire book of all these vinyls. So the album itself is not in the best condition, but it would potentially sell just by the album or this like outside red case for like $5 or $10. And with all the vinyls, I'm hoping I'll get about 20, but I'm looking at like 15 to 20 hopefully. And the next item is a really pretty purse. It's a black beaded, and it has this chain as with a hair on it. It does like attach hairs to it pretty easily. So I noticed the way that the chain is designed. So I have to go through and like, there's not too many luckily, but it has this like kind of like almost like a goldish chain. And then it has the snap top, and it's super pretty bead, like a shell. It kind of has like a shell look to it. And I saw it and I was like, that's really pretty. So yeah, I thought that was fun. It is, I believe, vintage. And it does have like a little bit of it coming off right here on the inside, but it is vintage, and it has this old like tag on it right here. And it says Walborg, and it does say Hong Kong on the tag. So it's kind of hard to see because it's folded. But yeah, so again, it does have, I could possibly try to do the stitching myself, which I might attempt to do that. Just to kind of like stitch this gently up along the edge so it's not loose. I'm not a purse seamstress. It looks like they just tacked it on the other side. So I might just try to attempt to do like a couple little stitches, but mimic it on this side. I'm pretty good because I do cross stitching, so I do okay with doing stuff like that. So I think I can fix that a little bit better, and then somebody can use this for like a cute little like evening out purse. And I like that you can also put this chain right inside the purse. Let me see, because I did that when I was at the store, but this tag is attached to it, so it makes it a little tricky. There it goes. Go, go, go. There's a hook on the tag from it being hung up. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so you can actually put the chain right inside the purse and it's hidden. So I thought that was cute. So you can store it in like a shelf or something. But yeah, it's super gorgeous. All these beads, I just thought that was so pretty. So they had it for $3.99, and so I only paid $2.60. And I do think I can get $20 to $30 for it. Okay, let's see. I feel like I missed these cups over here. Let me go back. I did. I missed showing you guys these cups. I was like, they're still sitting here. These are Tupperware cups, vintage. And it's kind of hard to see right here, but let me see if I can share with you. Boop. So it says 500 milliliters Tupperware. So yeah. Anyways, I looked these up and I paid, well, it was $2.99, so I paid $2.40. I think I can sell these for $15 to $30 for the set of 3. Most people had like a set of 4 or 2. And then I think there's some that are selling like larger ones, but these are basically, I looked up 500 milliliters and it was like 16 ounces, but people are posting them as 18 ounce cups. So I'm not really sure because I looked at their pictures and it still said 500 milliliters. So I'm not really sure about that, but I think I'm just going to put that they're 18 ounces since that's what everybody else is doing. And they're stackable tumblers. They're vintage. They're blue. They're cute. So yeah, hopefully they'll sell. The other ones had pretty good sell-through rates. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, and then let's see. I've showed you that. Okay, another item that was definitely not a good pickup, but I grabbed it, which is this set of Remington hot rollers, but there's no clips on the tops of them. And I'm not a hairstylist. I don't curl my hair at all. I never used these before in my entire life. So I didn't really know what I was looking for. I saw it at the store and I saw it had all of the rollers, these foam, like these velvety rollers inside of it. And I have to still test the box to see if the box works, but it looks like it would. I'm going to put it down because it's not heavy, but it's just awkward. But I paid $3.50 for that item. It did say $6.99 on the tag, but I'm pretty sure when I was going through the receipt, I'm not really sure what happened, but there was an electronics item for $3.50, so I used that one. There was another electronics item for $3.99. That means I would have only had to pay $3.20. And then there was another item that was like, I think a wares item that was $1.99, and so I would have only paid $1.60. But those items were not in any of my bags, and I could have sworn I had a small like remote control for like a TV that I was gonna sell, and it wasn't in any of my bags. So I think that somehow a couple of my items had got put aside or not into a bag, and then it got missed because I had all these random items. I'm not really sure where they went, but when I go literally line by line and item by item, as you know, I put it in my book. I write down the item and how much I paid, and I'm always using the receipt, and I cross it off on the receipt, or like I X off next to it to make sure that like I can account for each item. And then I write how much I paid for each item. And then of course I go through and look up comps, and that's what I do with my book, so I can kind of like get an idea. Also, it helps me keep track of everything I'm buying to resell. And so yeah, I don't know what happened there. But anyways, back to that. I just used the $3.50 line. I didn't see, because it said $6.99, but there wasn't an item for $6 or even $5 something left. So I just used the one that said $3.50. I think I will only be able to sell it for $10 to $15, but it doesn't have the clips, and I think I comped it without, well, I think that was without clips. So I have seen people talk about hot rollers occasionally, but very rarely. So it is something I want to research a little bit more, because I do come across them often enough, but I think that certain models or brands will do better. So it might be something to look into if you do hard goods or you're interested in that. But like I said, I'm not really sure. I do have to test it, and then I'll probably just sell it for parts instead. And somebody that, you know, needs, if the box works properly, or, you know, they need extra rollers or something. So okay, so that item, and then the last several items are silverware. So this is kind of a fun thing. Have them in a box. So let's see. The first one was another Pampered Chef mini, and I already got one like maybe a month or so ago. I just posted it, so I figured it was going to be easy to duplicate the listing. I have one of these on my own in my kitchen. I love it, but I apparently find these often enough, so I posted it. I think I only paid I basically had several bags that they had combined a bunch of silverware and utensils into several bags. So for all the bags together, I paid $8.80. One was $5.60, one was $3.20. So for all the silverware together, it was $8.80. And then I went line by line and just divided, kind of like I do at the bins. So I basically said I have $1.26 invested. I can only sell this for about $5 to $8. The next item is a little like souvenir spoon from Oregon, where I'm from. Thought that was kind of cute. But yeah, it was in one of the bags, so wouldn't have picked that up otherwise, but it just happened to be in the bag. So $1.25 into that one, and I should get like, it's like, it'll sell for like maybe 3 to 6. Super small sale. It's not like something that I would like go look for, but if it's in a bag, I might as well try selling it. The next one was a set of silverware. pull them all out, but this one, it has this like cross looking thing at the bottom. It's like, I can't remember. I think I wrote down, I have a set of 6 of, I don't think they're all spoons. There's like there's a couple forks. It's like a couple spoons, like a couple forks and a knife or something, but it's not like a whole set. But I'm going to post that. And so $1.26 for that one. I should be able to sell that one for $15, surprisingly. There is a pewter, like a cork, wine bottle cork thing. This top part unscrews, so I guess you can put on a different one if you want. But yeah, it's kind of heavy, and it has like a grapevine looking thing. So that was also in one of the bags. So again, average cost of about $1.25 or 26, and I should actually be able to sell it for about $8 to $10. Interesting. So I guess we'll see. Even if it sells for like $5, I'm okay with that. And then the next, okay, the next one was a bunch of like, there's like about 6 of these, and then a couple other like forks or knives or something, but it was a different styled one. It does say stainless steel on the back, and these are pretty good sized spoons, probably like serving spoons or something, or somebody who likes the bigger ones. So it's a lot of 10 items. So I did write fork, knife, and 6 of these large spoons. So $1.26 for this set, and I should be able to sell it for 10 to 20. And then the last items are this set of 2 spatulas. Let me put this on. These are actually the Oneida. You can kind of see down here, Oneida. And so I'm going to lot them together because they match. But yeah, it's just another, me picking up spatulas. But these are really heavy duty, good quality spatulas. So I guess people like good quality stuff, obviously. And I wouldn't mind keeping them. And maybe someday I'll keep stuff, or if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it, because I'll be picking up the ones that I think are good quality. And this is $1, so about $1.25 again, and I should be able to flip also this set for about $10 to $20. So that is it for that particular Goodwill trip. I have one more item to share with you, but before I do, I'll go over. So I basically spent, for all of those items, plus the 2 items that I did not managed to get, apparently, I spent $111.70. And after I sell everything, once it all has sold, I expected my profit would be about $286 for that particular trip. So I think I did pretty good overall. Even if some items are not the greatest items, I will be able to at least make back my money and have a good amount of profit. Okay, so then the last item I'm going to share, because it was just one item from one store, and I went to Marshall's with my daughter. She wanted to go there. She was buying a birthday present for somebody else, and we walked in and they had a bunch of stuff on clearance. My daughter's like, "You're not shopping." So, but she went off to do her thing, and so I did look through a row, and I picked this skirt up. It's a denim jean skirt with cargo style pockets and a front split. It is a teen size. Obviously it's new tags, and it is a size 15, so it's like a junior size, by a brand called Love Fire. And I think a lot of people have done the same thing and picked this up at Marshall's or wherever that it's at. But I went ahead and picked it up because we are going into the fall and winter when people would be more likely to wear a longer style skirt. And I thought the style was good. It's a good size. So I'm going to try posting it. I did pay $6. That was their sales price. I mean, honestly, it was only originally like $20 when they first posted it. So it's not like it's a super whatever. But I'm hoping like aesthetically the style of it might be something somebody would want. So that's why I decided to grab it. I did put $20 as my cost that I'm going to try to sell it for $20. So I think I'll be able to at least make back my money and a little bit of a profit. So like maybe like a $10 profit, hopefully. So anyways, that was the last item for this video, you guys. And I will let y'all go. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, as I will be putting out more. I do what sold videos, and then I do, of course, thrift haul videos. For the most part, that's all I do. But if you like to listen to somebody talk and ramble on, I would make a great ASMR artist, apparently, because I talk and talk and talk. You could just turn me down really, really low and just listen to me ramble and show you all my stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are at. I hope everything's good. And thank you. Bye.